Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Greedfall mit mir, der Steffi. Wir spielen De Sardet, haben Kurt und Ciora als Begleiter damit, sind jetzt aber wieder bei unserem Cousin und müssen Bericht erstatten. Und das tun wir direkt. Oh, er sieht gar nicht gut aus.
My fair cousin! Come closer and tell me what brings you...
Constantine, how are you feeling? Are you in great pain?
This sickness is horrible, believe me. Now I understand what your mother went through. But you have not come to hear my complaints. Speak, it will give me something else to ponder.
Hatten wir schon.
I wanted to inform you of our progress in the attempt to discover a cure. As you advised me, I followed the leads shared by our allies, none of which led anywhere. However, they pointed in the same direction, towards a sort of god that the natives worship. They call him Willkommen, the god of many faces. He is very powerful and protects the island.
How can you be sure that it's not some sort of myth? Even a superstition?
I saw it take shape with my own eyes, during a ritual. It is possible that the Malichor is the expression of its vengeance.
You are referring to the secret we unearthed. The entire continent is paying today for the errors of our grandparents. It is a terrifying perspective.
But if it were true, he must also be able to help us heal.
Katasak, my friend. I saw you flinch hearing that name. You are familiar with this being.
All of the Donegada know him, even in their flesh. He is Teer Fradee. It is with him we make our bond, but I would be surprised that he is at the origin of your sickness. He is generous and only rages when attacked and wounded.
I fear that is exactly what we did. Cousin, I know that I ask much of you, but I have no choice. You need to go and find this magical being. I won't survive for much longer. Beg him. Offer him all that he wants, but we must have this remedy. I need it.
I shall do all in my power, Constantine. I promise you. But is there a way to communicate with him? I was already sent to fight a guardian under that pretext, in the hopes that it would kill me.
There is a way so sacred that even we Donegada cannot use it. Willkommen decides. It is not I who judges your intentions. Go and find Glendon, the sage of the village council of Dorhagenedu. If he deems you worthy, he will guide you. To be able to speak with him, you must present this seal. It will prove that you are the friend of a member of the council.
I had no idea that such a talisman was required.
You have not yet been named Mal of your clan, Ciora, daughter of Bladned. When this has come to pass, we will give you a seal that allows you to give voice to your friends when visiting the council.
It is a symbol of great trust. Why are you awarding me this?
I do not wish to lose the soul who has put their life in my hands. And also, you have proven you are our friend back there in my village.
Thank you, Katasak. I will not forget this honor you bestow upon me. And thank you, fair cousin, for everything.
Entschuldigt die Störung. Während des gesamten Gesprächs hat mein Hund gebellt, weil sie runter vom Bett wollte, hoch aufs Bett, wieder runter, wieder hoch und das hin und her. Das Problem ist, wenn sie bellt, macht sie meine Kleine wach, die in dem Raum schläft. Sie macht auch Theater, wenn die Tür zu ist und ich kann die Tür nicht zumachen, weil meine Kleine, ich höre meine Kleine dann nicht. Also ich habe hier echt nichts von dieser Unterhaltung mitbekommen, nichts. Das tut mir sehr leid, ich bin der schlechteste Gaming-Kanal, den es überhaupt gibt. Weil niemand scheint solche Probleme zu haben. Niemand. Ich beneide die Leute, die wirklich so in ihrem Zimmer sitzen können und sagen können, so, jetzt nehme ich auf. Und dann Zeit, Ruhe haben. Ich habe das einfach nicht. Weil selbst wenn ich so ein herzloser Mensch wäre und meine Hunde aussperren würde, die würden die ganze Zeit an die Tür kratzen und die ganze Zeit davor bellen. Das würde man hören. Durch die Tür. Ey, das ist echt widerlich. Ich kann es aber leider nicht ändern. Das Blöde ist immer, wenn sie mich so wie jetzt aus dem Ganzen rausholen, ne? Aus diesem ganzen Gespräch, aus den Neuigkeiten, aus dem ganzen Game oder aus dem Game Flow. Oh, das stört mich so sehr. Ich bin danach immer, also jetzt bin ich zum Beispiel richtig enttäuscht, dass ich das jetzt nicht mitgekriegt habe. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was da jetzt gerade erzählt wurde. Ich habe nur ganz kurz, dass irgendwas wem gegeben wurde, große Ehre und sowas alles. Aber, und das mit dem Gott halt noch, ne? Dass es sich da um einen Gott, mehr habe ich nicht mitgekriegt. Tut mir super leid und ich werde jetzt einfach irgendwie weitermachen. Tut mir echt leid. Kann man noch mal reden mit der?
My fair cousin! Come closer and
I'm going to leave now.
look out for yourself.
Greetings, Katasak.
Bertirtumat, what can I do for you?
Now that you've seen my cousin, what are your thoughts on the Malichor?
It is a terrible disease. I have never seen one like it. It slowly gnaws through the people it afflicts. Their eyes and legs gradually die because of the black blood, and the pain it induces is atrocious. My potions are barely enough to calm your cousin. But if you're asking if I know how to cure it, I have no idea. It's a disease coming from a world that isn't ours, and which I'm not familiar with.
Do you like it in New Serene?
No. Your village has smothered the earth. The smell of the woods has gone, and the singing of the birds is filled with anguish. I can barely feel my bond here. But don't worry. I will not leave before doing everything in my power to save your cousin.
How is my cousin doing?
He's filled with dread as death approaches. Forgive him his mood swings. He's such a young boy, and he had so much desire to live. Thanks to my treatment, he suffers less. But his disease is getting worse, and I don't know what to do. It would take a power far superior to mine to break the grasp of this evil.
Ja.
I must go.
Wa awalam seg.
Sonst hat auch niemand mehr ein Anliegen, ne? Gehen wir erstmal raus, weil ich schätze mal da werden wir dann sehen, was wir haben. An Aufgaben jetzt noch haben. Wird ja dann nur die eine sein, ne? Okay. Glendern, dem Ratz. Naja, und das halt, ne? Ja, wir machen das. Wir reisen dann aber von hier. Ach Leute, ich war so gut drauf am Anfang. Das wird wiederkommen. 100%ig wird das wiederkommen. Ich will noch mal einmal rumgucken. Und dann, ups. Und dann gucken wir noch mal, ob noch was hier drin ist. Mhm. Außer unsere... Nein. Alles klar. Und weiter. Ich bin gespannt, was uns jetzt erwartet. Ich habe, wie gesagt, nichts mitgekriegt. Ich hoffe, ich komme auch rein, ohne dass ich weiß, worum es jetzt hier geht.
You have returned. The rule is still the same, you know.
I am Siora, daughter of Bladne, daughter of Meb. My mother, the Mal of the Red Spears, was a member of the council.
All here remember, and the worst tears say. She was a courageous Mal, but you are not yet Mal in her stead, and you do not carry her seal. I am sorry, Siora. I cannot allow you to enter.
I beg your pardon. I did not know.
Here is the seal of Donegad Katasach, of the village of Wenchavier.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. He must see your true face and find it worthy. Enter. You are welcome.
Wow, die eine, die selbst für den Eingeborenen gehört, wird nicht reingelassen, wir schon. Okay. Ich esse übrigens wieder Nüsse nebenbei, entschuldigt. Ich verstecke das so gut ich kann.
I give you warm greetings, Glendan. I am De Sardet, legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from my path. But you are a current of Katasach? His trust in you makes me stop and look at you. What brings you here?
I seek a remedy. My cousin and many other people on our island suffer from a terrible sickness. We think that Enon Milfrichteman can help us find a cure.
Really? And Katasach sent you to see me?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions? Yes, that I can do. But even if I should do this, you would have many trials to pass. For the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a very few times, and you are the first Renaigse to set foot upon it. We must begin where everything begins. There is a trial. The trial of water. It will show us the reflection of your soul.
What must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find deep in its center.
And I suppose this cavern is guarded.
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the best. It is a path with many forks. I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit of our people and our island. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
Also Prüfungen.
What can you tell me about the sanctuary?
It is the most sacred place of the island. The hidden face, and still seen by all of you. Enol Mil Frichtemen. I protected these doors like my father before me and his father before him. And still none of us have ever entered.
Am I to gather that there has never been a High King in your family?
We are heads of the Council of Kings. And so it is prohibited for us to present ourselves. We must remain impartial.
I see. And so you cannot speak to me about what you find inside?
The heart of the island beats near here, the volcano. And I know that it is a place full of life.
What can you tell me about your god?
That the word God is too small to hold him. He is Teer Fradee in all and everything. The wisdom of his people, the gentleness of his rivers, the strength of his volcano. You are looking for wisdom to heal the Renaigse, but you still see it with the eyes of a sort of Donegat. He is much more than that. He is the essence of all life, of all magic, the spring.
Can you tell me anything more about the role of the council?
We gather here at every long night and every short night. During these nights, the clans are in disagreement and come here looking for wisdom of the council, and of course also the High King. Those who have complaints against their Mal may also be heard here and find justice. And when important events take place, if the balance is threatened, then we also meet here, so that the wisdom of all might be shared, and that we might act as a same people.
I must leave. Goodbye.
Qua awelem seg.
Na, dann wollen wir mal schauen, wie unsere Prüfung sein wird. Und ob wir das überleben werden.
You have spoken to Glendon as you wanted. What more can I do for you?
I was asked to pass the trial of water. What do you know about it?
I have never passed it. Only those who must reveal their soul walk this path. The High Kings and Queens. It is a tremendous honor given to you, Renaigse.
Do you have any advice to give me?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice will reveal the makings of your soul. One way is through strength, the other by ruse and heart. But I know no more than this. The trials are kept secret. Anything else?
Nothing else, thank you. I need to leave.
Good luck. And do not lose yourself in your own reflection.
Okay. Ja. Oh, hier, wartet. So. Die Prüfung. Sprich mit Siora über die Missionare in ihrem Dorf. Müssen wir das wohl erstmal machen.
Karans, I need to talk to you. I have to ask you for another favor.
I'm listening, Siora.
Do you remember the mine shakers in my village?
Yes. If I understand correctly, there was some kind of an agreement made with them.
Even though these priests would make good allies against the lions because they hate them as much as we do, my mother would never have traded the spirits of the people of the village in exchange for their help. And she would have wanted to be buried according to our rituals. She was deeply attached to our traditions.
So you think that they're lying?
Yes. And you understand these Renaigse better than I do. Will you investigate this matter with me?
Of course. Let's go.
Ja, aber lasst uns doch bitte hier, wenn wir schon mal hier sind, wenigstens das mit dem Wasser. Wenigstens das machen. Wir sind ja einmal jetzt hier, ne? Lass uns das eben mal kurz machen. Ob das mal eben kurz ist, weiß ich ja nicht, ne? Kann ja sein, dass das jetzt auch erstmal stundenlang geht, aber ja. Erstmal machen wir das.
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed, and there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Dafür habe ich, glaube ich, aber keine Fallen dabei. Ja gut, dann werde ich einfach mal mein Glück versuchen. Kann ja nur schief gehen. Hallo? Oh yes, natürlich sehen wir hier wieder nichts.
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
Habe ich Schlaftrank?
did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fight.
Boah, ich bin so ruhig. Also das erste haben wir schon mal ganz gut gemacht, finde ich. Wir müssen ja nicht unbedingt runter, ne? Wenn wir hier vorbeigehen können, oder?
I need a bit of practice.
Ja, wir müssen dann wohl doch runter. Ungerne mit Kampf tun. Das klappt. Ich glaube, das hat geklappt. Bis jetzt brauchten wir niemanden töten. Nochmal speichern. Also damit bin ich jetzt zufrieden bis jetzt. Weiß ja nicht, wie es euch geht. Das ist schon der
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me, and suddenly I bounced on the ground, and I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated, and I was suddenly with you again.
Hier ist der Kreis. Wir müssen den Wächter irgendwie schaffen, dass der uns nichts tut. Also.
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to remember them.
I was in the sky.
Luft.
I was floating, carried by the wind.
So, wartet
And it
mal.
was a cold feeling. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. This stone is blackened, eaten away. I think it is supposed to evoke death. This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind. On this stone, the sun is visible. The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire, I'm certain. This drawing looks like an infant. Could it represent life? Here, this looks like a snowflake. Snow or maybe ice.
Das war alles, ne? Okay, pass auf, wo ist sie?
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to remember them.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me, and suddenly I bounced on the ground, and I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated,
Moment.
and I was suddenly with you again.
Wartet nochmal. Also wir hatten kein Feuer und sie ist ja auch nicht gestorben.
Once again, these visions open gates.
Also
Try to remember them.
der Wind.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly.
Sonne.
And then the sun warmed me. And suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again.
Okay, irgendwas haben wir jetzt geschafft. Was überhaupt? Wir sind hier. Also das war richtig, oder? Was passiert jetzt? Wir machen erstmal, wir speichern erstmal, weil ich nicht weiß, was oder wie. Müssen wir da lang? Ne, da kamen wir teilweise her, oder? Entweder hier rechts hoch, was wir nicht können, oder halt unten bei dem, ne, da kamen wir her, oder? Ja, da müssten wir eigentlich hergekommen sein. Hier geht sie, wir müssen da vorbei an dem Vieh. Aber ist es jetzt nett oder nicht? Also gerade war es das nicht. Hat er den Weg freigegeben oder? Darf ich mal? Also er tut uns schon mal nichts, dann können wir normal laufen. Aber hä? Oder war das die falsche Reihenfolge? Aber doch, es ist ja was passiert. Ich habe keine Ahnung, Leute. Ich weiß nicht, was wir machen müssen. Also hinter ihm scheint ein Weg zu sein, aber der lässt uns nicht durch. Da oben ist ein Weg. Da ist ein Weg, aber nur. Und hinter ihm. Gehen wir zurück. Haben wir jetzt die Prüfung abgebrochen? Oh, was soll denn das? Oder mussten wir mit dem Vieh reden?
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
Muss ich das Ganze nochmal neu machen?
You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fight.
Wir müssen alles nochmal machen. Also, das ging jetzt. Da können wir. Nicht, ist hier irgendwas. Ach so, wir hätten es ja verstecken können. Ach, Menno. So, wir können hier lang oder da. Hä, wo sind wir denn beim letzten Mal? Nein, wir können nicht da lang. Wir wollen niemanden verletzen. Aber es kann auch sein, dass das irgendwie abgebrochen wurde. Leute. Das ist, wisst ihr? Das ist irgendwie diese Videosequenz, dass sie irgendwie abgebrochen wurde. Und so, jetzt sind wir hier wieder. Wenn wir hier runterkommen, kommen wir weder rechts lang, noch links. Also noch hier. Ich möchte ungerne. Da verändert sich nichts. Da auch. Ich würde das mal speichern hier. Aber da leuchtet das. Da müssen wir hin. Untersuchen. Aber das habe ich doch gemacht. Oder muss ich da mit dem sprechen? Okay. So einfach wäre es gewesen. Natürlich, wir machen alles neu und tun und machen und es wäre so einfach gewesen. Klare Sache.
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Teer Fradee, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of einen welches.
Und da wären wir wieder rausgekommen. Wir sprechen jetzt mit ihm erstmal. Auch wenn es nachts ist, er kann ruhig mal aus seinem Hütchen heraus kommen und mit uns reden. Ne? Kann er jetzt ruhig mal machen. Wir haben schließlich auch alle leben lassen. Aber Leute, wir machen das so. Ich habe jetzt so Bock darauf, dass ich wissen will, wie es weitergeht. Und ich will auch unbedingt Sioras Quest machen, weil ich habe nicht ungern so Nebenquests offen. Habe ich ungern. Deswegen werde ich jetzt an dieser Folge erste Mal, dass ich nicht 3 Folgen mache, sondern eine 4. dranhänge. Und das mache ich jetzt hier erste Mal. Also ich danke euch fürs Zuschauen. Bis zur nächsten Folge. Ciao, ciao.